Welcome to Reel Fishing 2. This quite extended walkthrough is going to attempt to cover every level in this game, although probably not every single fish to be caught in this game, as there are 70. There's so much to talk through here. We want to get rolling here. We're going to start in the Aqua Lodge. This is your home base for the game. Your fishing notebook is your level select. When you first start the game, you'll only have access to variety, ocean, and carp fishing. You can see this is already an in-progress save file. The fishing notebook has data on every species in the game. You can look them up by type alphabetically, which is nice. You can see fishing term, that is the months of the year that you can fish for them. So the blue months are ones that you can fish for them. Speaking of months of the year, I know we're moving fast. You can select when you go, but you can only move forward in time from your current position. So right now it is the second week of April on the second year of this game. I can move forward in time, presumably by waiting, but the game doesn't let you go back in time. The reason why you want to move around in time is because different species appear at different times of the year, and different levels are available only when the species is in season at that moment. So this magazine covers the current month we're in. This is the April magazine, so it tells us what's going on. So there's articles about, very short articles you can see, some different things going on in the fishing spots that you can go to. So variety ocean fishing, it tells us what we can catch right there. That's the level we're going to be heading to next. Variety ocean fishing is always going to be available to you, and there are many species to be caught there. The game wants you to return to levels. Once you've cleared a level out, the game wants you coming back and exploring those levels again. Here we can see the flies that I have unlocked. You can unlock new gear by going to levels and completing days in those levels. So you kind of acquire more gear as you go through, and usually you acquire it as you use it or as you need it. So we can look through the rest of our collection here. This is everything in the main area. If you push circle to exit out of the fishing notebook and push to the right, you will turn around and walk back into the tank room of the Aqua Lodge. This is another nice little Natsume touch. You can keep the fish that you catch, and you can store them in these tanks. Now, this is not a feature that I use currently. I think the designers of this game probably wanted people to have a collection of fish like Pokemon, I guess, and grow them, or just any kind of digital pet that you could have. I don't have any fish in this tank right now, but you can feed them. You can look at their health. They will be healthy and less healthy. You can kind of check their condition. You can see how they're feeling, how they're doing. You can feed them. If you feed them too much or too little, or don't take care of the tanks, then their health will deteriorate and they can even die, I believe. You can look at the tanks, and maybe Natsume wanted people to just turn their tank on and watch their virtual fish swim around. You could do that. You could turn on your CRT TV and just let your fish tank be on your television, running on your PlayStation. You could have done that. But anyway, it'll take you back to this area, and if you push left from there, pushing left from that menu, once you kind of circle or cancel out, you can look at your rods, reels, and rigs. So right now you can see I don't have a lot of rods unlocked. I have a nice collection of reels, although I'm not changing these a lot. And then we have different kinds of rigs for fresh and salt water. So different levels, you'll be using different rigs. And as you unlock new rigs, you can fish for new species of fish, particularly in the variety ocean fishing. And so yes, you get to see the character's point of view slowly walk through the cabin, the Aqua Lodge. It's the Aqua Room in Reel Fishing 1. In this one, it is the Aqua Lodge, so I guess we've updated from a room to a lodge. It's still in a rustic setting. So variety ocean fishing, you can fish any month of the year. You notice the calendar had all 12 months were blue. Currently, we're in April. But different fish will be present there. Some fish are present there year-round. Some fish are migratory and are in that area only certain months or times of the year. So the game does want you to have that feel of realism, and that's what Natsume, of course, does very well, is create those realistic sims and environments, sometimes frustratingly so. Variety ocean fishing is interesting because it has 3 different points. You can go to 3 different places that are still variety ocean fishing, and each of them can have some different species going through. Now, right now, I only have the variety rig unlocked. I'm still in the early portions of this game, so I can't change my rig, but I can change my bait to different kinds of worms. And I can change my hooks and leaders and things. I don't do a lot of playing around with that. That probably would help to learn some of those deeper systems of this game, but I'm currently not playing around with those too much. You push X to cast, you go back and then release it. You'll have longer casts the longer you hold down X. This level and every level has some kind of current going through it. So you can actually see the direction that the moving JPEG is going there, reflects the current. Now this kind of rig, we can see this is a wrasse here. You can lift it up off the bottom to try to entice the fish to bite. And when the fish do bite, you need to set the hook by pushing X. Now each fish has a slightly different animation when they take the bait. And this can be very frustrating to get used to because some fish need to have the hook set very early, some need to have you wait. Different fish have different hook set requirements. So getting used to that can take some time especially in the variety fishing area here. So that's the male wrasse. So that counts as one species. In this game, I will compare it to Pokemon again. You have kind of a Pokedex that you need to fill up. There's 70 species in this game. And to advance from variety ocean fishing to the next saltwater track, you need to catch 12 different species of fish in this area. So this is the second point, and there's some text about here. Every place has some interestingly localized information about it. So you can find different species as you go to different areas and, of course, different times of the year as well. So to unlock the next saltwater level, you need to catch 12 different species. I've already done that in this file, so we'll just catch one fish at each point before we move on. But the game has 2 tracks of levels you can unlock. There's the freshwater track and the saltwater track. So the saltwater track, once you've caught 12 fish here, you can unlock stage 3, which is the sea bass level. When you are in the carp fishing area, you're going to unlock stage 9. Because that's the freshwater track. So it's there's a very complicated map of stages you can unlock, and I will put a link to a picture of that map from the manual in the description of this video. So if you'd like to check that out, you can see that on my Twitter account. This is a squilla. Actually, it looks like it's some kind of lobster or shrimp-like thing. It's not something I'm familiar with in real life, but it looks like it's some kind of crustacean rather than a fish. But it is another species that I can actually check off on this file that was not here when I first cleared this area. So I'm coming back to it at a different month of the year and have some different things going on. So this is Area 3. Area 3 has a sandy bottom, I believe. This Area 2 had a rocky bottom. So there's 3 places you can go to try to build up your species count. And this is a great level to get you started in this game because it does require you to look at the bite patterns for a lot of different fish. You can get used to the idea of different fish having different ways that they'll bite, different timings for setting the hook, changing baits will attract or draw different kinds of fish, and I think later on even changing rigs, changing depths, those can all do different things for your fishing experience. So we're going to be pulling in, I believe this is a moon dragonet, which I think on this file is another new species, so the squilla and the moon dragonet. There we go, so there's another species checked off the list. So that is a very, very basic intro to this game. There's much more to be explored here, even in this level of variety ocean fishing. There's much more to be explored. I'm sure there's more fish here that we're going to come back to and find as we go through this game. This series is going to be hopefully unlocking all the stages, catching a lot of the fish to advance you through, and I hope we can all learn a little bit about this amazing game. If you like this series so far, please give me a thumbs up on the YouTube video. Leave me a comment or a question in the comments below, or you can hit me up on Twitter, where I am also active_ATE. If you do like the music and scenes of this, there's another playlist that I'm publishing called Real Fishing Relaxation, which is just about 10 minutes of music and sound effects on each of these beautiful levels from the good people at Natsume. Next time, we're going to be tackling the carp fishing level, that is stage 2, the first freshwater level. We will see you in that video.